Back down here at the shop. We're actually getting ready to go out on the lake here this evening. Right now I am emptying the fuel from that tank into my big tank. And if you watched last weekend, I had lots of problems trying to get this pump to work. So I went ahead and ordered a new one, and it was, hoping it would get to me in time, and it did. So this is the new pump in this box, and then this is my converter, so I can just plug into the wall and then hook the cables from that, or the wires from that, to it, so I can just pump from the wall as opposed to 12 volt. So it'll convert 110 to 12 volt for me. So as this is filling up with the fuel from the truck, I think I'm going to work on getting this fuel pump off of here. And I figured I would just go ahead and time lapse it. So I've got, I'm going to try to get this done within about an hour here, and then we can go to the lake for a little evening set, hopefully. So yeah, I'll just time lapse this, and I'm not trying to give instructions on how to do this or anything. I just thought it might be interesting to see me do it. You really just have to undo these bolts here, and I can pop the pump off, and then I gotta be careful because there's like a little bit of fuel in here, I think. Then I just untwist this, which I did all this last week. I did it like 3 times, so I know how to do it. I just untwist this and it pulls the tube out, and I'm just gonna get rid of those. I might set them over here somewhere in case I feel like I need them, but I really think I'm just gonna throw them out eventually. And then I need to put the new one in, attach this to it, attach the hose, get my electrical set up, all that stuff, and then hopefully I can top off the boat before we go. If not, depending on time, I'll worry about, the boat's got like 70% or 75% fuel in it, so it's got plenty to have fun tonight. But yeah, if I can't get it topped off before we go out to the lake, then I'll try to do that tonight. The amount of fuel I'm putting into this tank right now should bring it to right about 120 to 130 gallons of fuel in this thing. And it should be a 180 gallon tank, so it should be able to hold even more. So anyways, I'm gonna get to it. Alright, we're out here at the lake. It's almost 6 p.m. So I ended up running into a small issue on the fuel transfer tank, and I'll show that to you later. It came in 1-inch size and I had 3/4 inch size for my fuel water separator. So I'm gonna have to, I ran to the store and then came back and then realized I need another part too. And so I'm just gonna run it without the fuel water separator on it until I come back next week probably. But the boat has a fuel water separator on it, so it's not that big of a deal. Anyways, I'm gonna get ready to take a set here. It's actually pretty nice out. The water temperature is way better than it was when we were here in the morning last week. I think it was like 56 when we first got in. It's 68 right now. Air temperature is 72. It actually feels pretty warm right now. It's pretty calm. There's just a little bit of a ripple out there. But yeah, I think we might, it's also like almost 4 feet deeper, which I thought it was only gonna be a couple of foot deeper. So we're probably just gonna go back and forth right here. We'll see. I might just take a wakeboard set and that'd be it, because we only have like an hour or two tonight. So, and I'll come back in the morning.
Hello.
So anyways, here we go.
Last time, but it was cold, and I went potty in it actually.
All right, that was pretty fun. We just got off the water. I probably had I don't know, close to an hour set, and it was, you probably couldn't tell, but it's always super hard to gauge the wake this year or get the wake dialed in, just because the water is running, you know, probably between a half mile per hour and a mile per hour depending on where you're at. And it was kind of seemed like it was okay, it was great for a second, but then it would be off just because I think we're getting in and out of the current, and we have to change the speed up and down stream. We were doing it by 0.4, but either way I had a pretty good set. I was able to knock out a few more tricks, get a few more tricks back, a 360 and a tantrum, so I was happy about that. What's great is usually in the afternoons it's windy, but it was pretty calm, so I don't know if we could ask for much more. And we're gonna go out tomorrow morning. If it's not calm and I don't get a wakeboard set, I won't be too disappointed now, because I got a good wakeboard set tonight. But yeah, in a second here I'll be back at the shop and I'll be trying to finish up the fuel transfer tank. I just gotta wire it and then try it out, try filling up the boat, topping it off. So I'll show you that here in a second. All right, so back here at the shop, and here's the fuel transfer tank set up. So what you might have missed at the end when I was doing the time lapse is I got to this piece here, and I noticed this while I was doing the wiring. So I got the wiring done. Was hoping it didn't come loose when I put it together, and I'm setting up my converter. I just got to finish that and then plug it in, and I should probably be able to pump. But what you didn't notice is I looked at this and I was like, hey, that's 1 inch, and what I have is this right here. This is my fuel water separator filter. This is 3/4, and this is 1 inch. So I ran to the store and got this before they closed. This is a bushing that reduces it. But here's the thing though, the hose for this is a 1 inch too. So I put that on and then realized, well, my hose isn't gonna work. So now I need an adapter for this side, and would it be ideal if this whole thing was made for 1 inch? So I'll figure that out. It shouldn't be a big deal, because like I said, there's a fuel water separator in the boat. So if there's any water, a little bit of water in the fuel, it really should get taken care of in the boat. But this is just an extra double check, basically. Also, this right here, where it pulls the fuel up, there's a screen. So it's supposed to make sure there's not any big chunks of stuff coming through. And it's a pretty, it shouldn't be letting hardly anything through. And there's filters in the boat too for that. So anyways, we're gonna try this out. All I gotta do is finish wiring this converter up. So this just plugs into the wall. I just need to put these wires, so this is just the ground, and because I'm not hooking it up to a truck, this normally would go to the truck frame. Because I'm not doing that, I'm just going to wire the blue, which should be the black. In the instructions it says red and black, so I'm hoping that the red is the power and the blue is the black. If not, it just will run it backwards and I'll just have to switch them, and it'll run the pump in reverse, I think. So I'm just going to wire these two to the negative, which is here, I believe. Yep, there's a positive symbol right here and a negative symbol there, and then put the red to this side. And I should be able to just plug this in, turn that on, and then when I pull this guy off, you flip this up, and then it should run and pressurize it, and I should be able to fuel the boat. The one thing I'm not sure, or there's a couple things I'm not sure about. I really hope, because this pump is going to pressurize this line, so I really hope that it doesn't leak here. I don't think it's going to leak there, but I hope it doesn't leak here, here, or here, because it'll probably spray a little or drip a little, I'm not sure. But those are things we'll check out. And then the other thing is I don't know if this nozzle, not sure if this nozzle is meant to, like, you can put it on, I can lock it like that to keep going. And I can do it higher, so I can lock it like that, but I don't know if this has the pressure sensor in it. I'll have to, maybe while it's filling, I'll have to look into that, because I was hoping I wouldn't have to have the boat on and keep watching it, and this is going to go a lot faster than my other pump did, so it wouldn't be cool if I, basically have to watch it and then stop it, and sometimes it's overfilling and spilling out, so I'm not sure how that's going to go. I'll have to read about it. But anyways, I'm going to wire this up really quick, and I'll try pumping. All right, I just tried it. I got it wired up. You can see the light on there. And I think it's working, but it's just kind of making a weird sound. But it makes it sound like a pump, and it sounds like it's sucking fuel up. I can see a little fuel pulling up right there when I do it, and I'll show you. So I think I need to do that another turn, and I can do that. So let me just do this really quick. And then you see some fuel. So see, I think it's working. So this is like, it's pumping fuel up. Let me just try something really quick. Now it's leaking down there, so let me just get this here. Just don't want it to get everywhere. Let me try something here. So this would really tell me. I think it's working though, because that means it's getting fuel up there. Just do this. All right, let me try that. Oh, there we go. Now look at that. Now it's working for sure. Okay. It's working. I just want to get that. So you can see there's fuel coming out there. So I just want to get that fixed up, and then I think we're good. That's exciting. I'm really happy. I'm really happy that's working. So yeah, and I think I can just twist that around one more time, but I was a little concerned about how that was going to go. So all right, I'm going to get this twisted around once, and then try to fuel here. Looks like it's working pretty good. Not leaking here anymore. I got basically a full twist on that, almost a full twist. If I can get it. Yeah, no leaks. So the last concern is whether or not that shuts off by itself, which I don't know if it does. So I need to pay attention here. All right, I think I'm gonna hop up in the boat and keep an eye on it. So. So I don't know if it auto shuts off. I'll have to just do some more reading online. So I watched the dash till I got to 100%. I'm afraid this thing goes fast. It's 20 gallons per, is it 20 gallons per minute? Yeah, that's super fast. And I probably just put in like, I don't know, 30 gallons. And it didn't take long at all, but I was just reading about it. Had to stop and read about it for a second. I couldn't figure it out. But yeah, I don't know. If anybody knows, will this automatically shut off when it gets full? It kind of looks like it doesn't. It looks like it doesn't have a mechanism to sense the pressure. But I'll keep researching. But if I haven't figured it out, maybe somebody knows and can comment. Anyways, I'm happy. It works. It sounds a little weird, but I don't think that really matters. I like that I can plug it into the wall. Converter worked out really good. I mean, it sucked up fuel right away. So yeah, I think I'm done with that. I am gonna, at some point, I brought down my super clean. I am gonna clean this fuel tank up a little bit just to make it look a little nicer. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, I got a little bit of fuel in here because I did a little test pump. Yeah, I'm just gonna clean stuff up and I'm pretty much done doing this stuff. I don't think I'm doing anything else tonight. So yeah, I'll probably check in with you tomorrow morning as we're going to the lake or getting ready to go to the lake. So yeah, you'll see that here in just a second. All right, back out here at the lake. It's a little bit windy, as you can see. The tree just kind of shuddering there, and the water is definitely not glassy right now. So one, I'm pretty happy that I had a good wakeboard set last night. But I think what we're gonna do, I was trying to decide whether or not I should wakeboard out here or go in the canyon. Because it's too shallow out here to have a good wave, and I want to surf, so I think I am gonna try to wakeboard into the canyon, and if it's not great, not a big deal because I had a good set last night, and otherwise when we get down towards Devil's Tower, I can surf a little bit today. So we're about to launch, so we'll see you on the water. Wow, that little bit of wind makes it feel pretty chilly. It says the air is 63 right now and the water 61, which is still pretty good. But I think I was a little bit spoiled going last night because it was pretty warm. I think the water was like 66 or 68 and the air temperature was 72 and feeling like more like 75 or higher in the air. But yeah, you can see it. I mean, it may not seem choppy to some, but this is kind of choppy to me for wakeboarding. But we're gonna head towards the canyon here and just kind of see how it is. And a lot of times when it's just a little windy like this, there will be several calm stretches in the canyon. So look at this little girl. You get yourself a hat on?
Here we go.
off the water and we're up at the campground right now. We're gonna visit the camp host real quick. It's quite a bit windier now that we're off the water, so the canyon really was blocking a lot of that wind. If it was this windy when we got here, probably wouldn't even been launched. But yeah, I had a pretty good set wakeboarding. The wakeboarding, I don't know, I struggle in the canyon because when it's flowing this hard and just in the canyon in general, because you're turning so much, I just have a hard time getting warmed up. So I'm glad I had a good set last night, because I never really got to a point where I was warmed up and getting into my tricks. But then I did some surfing for a little while, and man, I am rusty at that. It feels like I haven't surfed for longer than just Labor Day last weekend or Labor Day weekend. But yeah, I was getting back into it, and then my knee started feeling pretty rusty. So I tried a few things, and then we were done with that. But yeah, we're done on the water for the weekend. I got a few things I'm going to do at the shop, and that should basically wrap it up. We did have some. One of the things we did last night is we did have a little fire and did some s'mores, but I didn't film that. But anyways, I'll catch you guys right back at the shop. All right, back here at the shop. So I'm just taking care of a couple of things. Before we left the lake, I was actually helping some people try to fix their boat. They're having problems with it overheating and getting water all throughout it. So I think we got some stuff figured out, but had to leave because we got the little ones. So they needed, littlest one needed a nap. But anyways, back here, tonight I'm gonna make some fried rice and steak on the Blackstone. But yeah, a few things I'm doing. I gotta clean the boat. I gotta fuel it up. I did clean up this fuel tank, so should look quite a bit cleaner now. I mean, it could be cleaned more, but I think it looks a lot better. I just mainly wanted to get it to where when I accidentally bump up against it, it doesn't like get a grease stain on me, which I think it pretty much accomplished that. But one of the main things I wanted to accomplish today is the drain pipe here for my gutter. So I'll show you that here really quick. So if we come out here, so you can see I kind of dug it back up. You can see this is the end of the drain pipe that I put under the concrete, and I've got this gutter coming down. They didn't have the right angle to get through this, so I just put a flex one and I spray painted it black, but I got to paint it again because I had to take it out of there and it chips the paint off, but no big deal. I actually put concrete down in here so that it can't go back that way. But then you can see I glued on this 10-foot stick here just now, and I was just kind of filling it in. Pretty much all that's left as far as this stuff goes is I just need to basically kind of take dirt from kind of out here and sort of move it up and fill in these areas. So like it looks like for whatever rain we got this week, it already I had dirt up in here. You can kind of see some of the concrete from where I did last week. I put concrete all under this corner. It already kind of fell in a little bit. So I basically just need to kind of take this, I don't know if you can tell, but there's kind of a hump right here. And I just kind of need to shove that forward. Maybe even take some fill dirt from somewhere else and just kind of push it up in that area. And kind of, I think one of the biggest things too is, this eave right here drains right off the end, which I don't think is hurting anything over there, but I don't want it to get to here and undermine that, because you can already see that this guy sat down probably a ½ inch. So back there you can see it's a little tipped up. Right here it popped down about a ½ inch from getting undermined, and probably the same thing, I don't know if it's quite a ½ inch, but it might be up to a ½ inch. Same thing happened here before I put concrete underneath of it. So I'm hoping the concrete keeps it up. I'm gonna check the deck to see if it if it sloped it down. Chances are it did a little bit. And if it did, by a significant amount, what I can do is I can jack the deck up with like a tall jack. And then I can just unscrew that, actually unscrew that, jack it up, and then I can put a chunk of wood under there or something, a piece of metal or something, to make it stand back up at its normal height. So I'll check that out. I mean, if it's not too bad sloped, then I'm not going to worry about it for a while. If it keeps sinking, then I'll probably have to do something there. But anyways, yeah, I don't know, I probably won't mess with this too much more today. I'll try to backfill a little bit. I want to go around and spray weeds again, because I can tell that when I sprayed weeds the other day, it partially took, but I think the rain messed it up a little bit, because all the green you see over there in the rocks, that should be pretty brown. Some of it's brown, but it should be really brown. And there's some over here too. So I need to go back around and spray weeds. I pretty much had to spray weeds like once a month last year, so I expect the same this year. That, and I want to do a measurement on the deck, because I am going to, this has been a plan of mine for a while. There's a couple of these boards that are pretty snaky, specifically this one. And I want to, I mean, this one kind of bows a little. The rest are pretty good, but this one snakes. It also has like a crack right there. So I want to replace that board. So I'm gonna get a new one of those, pull that down, replace it. I just gotta take the screws all off the top, take the brackets off the ends. I'll have to unscrew that. So I'll have to do all that stuff. And then the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this board, cut it up, and put it in between as bracing. But the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get some 2x6s and have them make a V from, you know, the corner over there to here, and then from the corner over there to there. And that's supposed to help from the sway that goes back and forth. So those are a couple things I'm going to do too with the deck this year. That's one of my little projects I want to complete. It should help. I put these corner braces on to help with the sway, but they didn't really do a heck of a lot. So it looks like they need to be tightened up. This one looks like it needs to go in now a little bit, and then also this one over here, it's tight on the one side, but this side it's not, and this one looks like it could be tightened up too. Anyways, little things I want to do. But yeah, that might be it for the weekend. I may show a clip of the food I make tonight. Who knows if I get to it. But anyways, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any thoughts on this video or ideas for future videos, please leave those in the comments down below. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and click on that notifications bell so you can be notified of my future videos. I'll see you next week. All right, cooking up that fried rice. Some butter melting right there. Got the steak going. It's gonna be yummy.